So if I had to start a reselling business from scratch in 2026 with £100, this is how I would do it. So seeing as we have a small budget, obviously I would start sniping items off Vinted. So buying items for cheap, let's say for £10, and then sell them for like 18 to 20. Obviously by doing this, you'll turn that £100 into £200, obviously get closer to, looking at buying wholesale. The good thing is with this is it obviously gets you used to just buying and selling and having an eye for things, what sells, what doesn't sell. So I'd be looking at Nike joggers, Ralph hoodies, Tommy hoodies, Lacoste, going into spring, summer, I'd say like football shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that, higher end ones like Palace, Supreme, Stussy. I'm actually doing a series on this at the minute, which will be coming out very, very soon. So if you want to see that, drop this account a follow and you'll see it when it comes out. So from that then I would, obviously once you've got to £200, or maybe even £250 if you've sold them for an average of 25, I then look at starting to get wholesale. So obviously you can find suppliers on Google, easy enough. So I'd have a look through those. We actually have a suppliers list, which if you comment supplier on this video, I will send it to you. It'll be like 10 suppliers, access to a stock community as well. I would buy my first bundle, so obviously roughly £200. And hopefully from that, you'll be able to sell it for say, £300 to £400. Obviously you're not going to sell every single item straight away, but let's say you sell, 75% of it in your first 1 to 2 weeks. Obviously, you'll be well into profit of £300 to £400, and then just keep doing that. So reinvest in whatever money you make. Obviously before you'll get to about £1,000, I reckon, in like 30 days. And then from that then I would start allocating money aside for, buying a consistent amount of stock every month. So, obviously scaling it then and, doubling the amount of stock you're buying every month. So 200, obviously, first of all, and then £400 to £500. And then obviously by then you should be making about £1,500 to £2,000. I then set up a SKU system or some sort of inventory management. So by just allocating each category or bit of stock to a certain box, and then make sure that box or number is put in the description of the item, just so you can manage things easily. I would then make sure I'm listed on at least 2 platforms, so Vinted and eBay. So obviously as you scale, you make sure you've got items on more than one platform. Increases the chances of selling, even if it's an extra 10-20% a month. Obviously it increases your turnover and your sell-through rate by a decent amount. And then from that then obviously continue to scale, start pushing out say 10 to 15 listings a day, and then before you know it, I think you'll be on your way to 3 to 4k a month just by doing that consistently within 3 to 6 months. I reckon it's definitely doable for anyone, no matter what your job is, how much time you got, how much money you've got.